Hey guys, how's it going? So today I just want to talk to you about MEPS, which is the Military Entrance Processing Station. And after you talk to the recruiters, that's your next step where you're going to go to finish enlisting in the military, or joining as an officer even, I believe. Uh, Basically, it normally happens over a 2-day period. The first day for me, my recruiter picked me up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, took me down to her boss's office where he went and asked me all the qualification questions again. Have you ever done drugs? Have you ever committed a crime? Have you ever gotten injured in this way, or this way? And basically, if you want to get into the military, the correct answer for all those questions is no. I'm not saying lie to them, but if you do have a yes answer, there is a decent chance you won't get in the military, or they have to put more effort in. You won't go to MEPS that day. So, like I said, the correct answer for all those questions is no if you're joining the military, most likely. Uh, from there, I went into the actual MEPS station. Mine was down in Tampa. It's different for every area you're in. But when I got there, I realized it was a horrible place. I hated it. It was freezing cold in there, and I didn't have a jacket. It had to be in the 50s in that room. I wasn't allowed to have my phone out. Of course, back then it was a little brick Nokia phone, so it wouldn't have done me much entertainment anyway. But wasn't allowed to talk in half of the room, and you stare at a blank wall. There's no clocks, and you don't know when anything's gonna happen. After what seemed like a couple hours, I got to take my ASVAB, and the ASVAB is a test that everybody has to take to join the military, and it basically determines if you're qualified, one, to get in the military, and two, what jobs you can get once you get into the military. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's really similar to the SATs, other than the fact that there's other types of questions like mechanical questions and general tool knowledge questions, like what tool is this, and just things like that are in there, just to see how different areas of your mind work and what you're good at and what you're not good at. Like, say, to be an engineer, you have to have really high mechanical skills, but if your clerical admin skills aren't that high, it doesn't really matter. So that's kind of why they do the test the way they do. But it's nothing to stress about. There are tests or books you can buy to practice and everything. If you aren't a great test taker, just buy one of those books, work through all the problems, you'll be able to get your score up. So once I took that, I had to go sit in the waiting room again for what seemed like a couple hours until everybody else was done. And then they gave me an envelope, and in that envelope were my test results, which basically determine what jobs I qualify for and if I can even get in. But you're not allowed to open it in the building for whatever reason. Fortunately, my recruiter stopped by again and took me outside, opened up the envelope, and read me my results. And fortunately, they were good enough for me to get really any job I wanted, so I was happy about that. But other than that, I waited for a couple more hours, filled out a little bit more paperwork, and around 5 or 6 in the evening, a bus showed up to take me to my hotel. The hotel is by far the best part of MEPS. For us, it was basically a resort. It was a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 beds in it. Unfortunately, they messed up my paperwork, so they did not reserve me a room, so I did have to wait a couple hours in the hotel lobby before I got a room. But the rooms were really nice. It was a great hotel. There was a huge, great buffet in there that was free for all of us, but the catch side was we had blood work in the morning, so obviously you can't eat most of the stuff in there. They told us, oh, you can have this, this, or this if you're taking your blood work in the morning. I was in a room with the only other person that day that was going into the Marine Corps. There were probably 150 of us, and it was 2 of us that were going into the Marine Corps. So if you are joining the Marines, you will be one of the only people in MEPS that is going Marine Corps side. Really, there wasn't anything else to do in the hotel, so I drank a lot of water since they said there was going to be a urinalysis in the morning. That was a mistake. I drank a lot of water that night, and when I woke up in the morning, drank about a gallon of water. But that's a story for the second day of MEPS, which I'll make a video for that soon. If you have any questions about the whole MEPS experience, feel free to comment below and ask. I'll try to answer as soon as I can, and I'll probably put the answer into the next video. Also, I've gotten some survival supplies that I'm going to be testing. The whole process of making that video will take about a week, so it will be a little over a week from now, but I plan on starting that Monday or Tuesday. So, stay tuned for that. It'll be hopefully an exciting video that you'll enjoy. Please subscribe if you like this. Hit like on the video. That way you'll be able to get a whole lot more of these videos. And check out my other videos just on the life in the Marine Corps. Have a great day.